Right edition, welcome. Happy day. The NRA, National Rifle Association, they have many magazines, but this one in particular is called the NRA Sports Magazine. It goes out to all the clubs and a whole variety of youth organizations, international organizations, and law enforcement security agencies, hunt clubs, gun collectors, shotgun clubs, and so on. Over 1 million people will read this magazine, and on page 15, we're there. We're talking about the ammo draw that we have coming up New Year's Day, so do look at that. Thank you, NRA, for all your wonderful support, and a CSSA in Canada. That's cool. Gun control. Gun control does make you safer, so says the left. What a bunch of nutcases and nut jobs. I mean, there is no sense in that at all, but that's what they continue to say. That's front page news, that you'll be safer if you have gun control. I would like to see liberal control. Hey, it's another topic. Let me read a little letter here to you, a little letter from Ed Burlew. He's an attorney in Canada, and his specialty is gun law, and he has defended more than 700 people with regard to gun crimes, and most of which weren't crimes at all because it's a state-controlled situation in Canada. In any event, I'm starting to wander. Let me get back to his letter. Criminals are unfazed by gun control. Most of the gun violence is in poor parts of cities from organized gangs protecting their financial interest. What's the issue about gun control? It's not the poor. They need money for food and shelter. It's not the criminal, obviously, because they get guns anyway. It's not the privileged, because they can afford to have an estate and they can go out and shoot in their own time or buy a politician if they so choose. Hey, this is an issue for hard-working families, the masses of the great unwashed families, hunters, men and women, veterans and their families, people who protect what they work hard to keep and maintain every day. These are the real targets of gun control. I don't understand why. I know that when a politician or a police chief are asked the question, they stumble because there is not an answer. The answer that we do get from time to time is, it's about crime. Go to the courts. Those people that I've described, they're not there. So it's not about them and crime. Why do gun control laws victimize hard-working, middle-class humanoids? It doesn't make any sense, and these items that I've mentioned are ignored in every study. A lot of good stuff there, and there's more of it. I wish I had time to read it all to you, but let me jump from guns just briefly over to Vienna. So I'm thinking about guns now. Let's happy up for a minute. If you kiss somebody on a transit system in Vienna, you get a $65 fine. They said, hey, this is bizarre and vulgar behavior when men and women kiss. I wonder what they'd do if two men are kissing. But in any event, men and women kissing, they charge them 65 smackaroos. In Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the transit system there has recently issued 200 tickets at $200 a pop to those who don't give up their seats to the elderly. Good grief. Define elderly. What does that mean? I mean, I ain't no spring chicken, and if I walked in there, could a guy onto a subway or something, can somebody get a ticket for not standing up and say, take my seat, take my seat? Yeah, it's a little bit bizarre. Oh well. Now, back to guns again. That was enough of that sissy stuff. Are you still with me? Here we go. Guns in America. That was the title of a show just the other night. About 12 minutes after 12 people, innocent people, were murdered, Piers Morgan was on with his usual agenda. Let's ban guns. And of course, I've always said, and I continue to say, ban liberals, particularly ones from England. Go home now. That'd be a darn good idea. He wants to legislate the tool. Why? I mean, guns don't shoot people all by themselves. He even had a doctor on there that said, Doctor Against Guns. And the lady went on to say in gory detail what a bullet does to a person's body when it enters and exits and on and on. I mean, 50,000 deaths a year happen on the freeways, the byways, and the highways. Good grief, you got to get up there and say, the bus killed people, and this is the blood and guts story. I don't think that's very nice. Why are you doing with the guns? I know, because y'all have an agenda. You want to take all the guns away from those who didn't do it. Good people don't do bad things. You don't have to be a genius to figure it all out. But you people are geniuses. I forgot, you're liberal. Last week in Canada, the Conservative government there announced that it spent $50 million in a venture action plan to help create a vibrant venture capital system. Duh, you want to do that? I got a great idea. Capitalism, that works. Get out of the marketplace, because we can work really well without you. This administration sends members of parliament across the country now to boast of subsidiaries that they fund, the grants and gifts. They fill hundreds and hundreds of pages of public accounts, etc. weekly. This is a conservative government? I don't think so. I think they're a whole bunch of left-wing people. Almost getting vulgar there, but I'm calm now. Going to end today with a story. Here we go. A mafia godfather finds out that his bookkeeper has cheated him out of $10 million, and his bookkeeper is deaf. That's why he hired him. You know, they couldn't hear much, and he won't steal from me. He's handicapped, right? So out in the parking lot, you have the mafia godfather, you have the attorney, and you have the bookkeeper. And the godfather says to the signer, of course, the lawyer, he says, ask him where my $10 million is. And the bookkeeper says, I don't know anything about $10 million missing. So the godfather pulls a gun out, puts it up to his temple, and says, ask him again. So the lawyer says, where's the money? He will kill you. Where is the money? Okay, I surrender. It's in a briefcase. It's brown. It's buried beside the shed in my backyard. And they were signing away. And the godfather said, what did he say? He said, you don't have that guts to pull the trigger. Y'all can more for you from the right. See ya.